So I'm going to start actually with Rob first because I know that you recently earned $55,000 in income, which is awesome. And I know all of you have done very well in your own right. And the reason why I want to bring that up is because people always tend to come into the Udemy studio and kind of question when people out there like Alan Hill are posting earnings and stuff like that. But it's totally possible if you put forth the effort to earn a decent living on this platform. So, Rob, I think that you wanted to increase that to $100,000 a year. So what advice can you offer newbies that are coming on board that put them on the same path that you took?
Well, I set a target. I set targets every quarter, and I may or may not reach them, but it's something that I've written about on my blog a lot, because people really like the income reports because it helps them. They can see where my money's coming from because, as you know, I do a lot of other things, not just Udemy, and so it shows them what's working and what isn't working, and they like it. And what I would say to people just starting out is just to persevere, because you've just got to keep going, really. And enjoy it. I really am a big believer in enjoying your work, because I actually enjoyed when I used to make $10 a month. You know, in a maybe it was an affiliate sale or something like that, and I enjoyed blogging. I enjoyed creating the content, and because of that, I found it easy to persevere. And so I would definitely just enjoy it. And as for if they don't believe or you know they don't like the income reports, you know, for some reason, you know, well, that's fine, but you don't have to read them if you don't want to.
All right, great, thanks, I appreciate that. And Phil, I know that you've been extremely successful. You had a book that you just recently put out about teaching online on Amazon.com, and I was poking around on Amazon last night and saw that you had another one on freelance writing. But one of the things that I've noticed about you, and especially because I kind of consider myself a social media expert, that's kind of where I got my start, is that you tend to shy away from social media, but you still do really well. So do you think that someone like yourself, might earn more money if you were active with social media, and why or why not?
Is that me, Dennis?
I think that question was
That's
to me.
you, Phil.
I'm the one that doesn't like social media.
Yeah.
I don't like it either.
I think,
you're on
yeah,
social
so,
media.
well, to easily answer your question, I think, yeah, if I love social media and really knew how to do it well, I think the potential of making more money is there for sure. And so it's just tough for me to want to post on Facebook and have a Twitter. I'm just very much more concerned, and I enjoy the course content creation process. So it's the course creation, putting stuff on YouTube. And so I think I'm going to try to look for new ways to build up social media, because I created a Facebook page for videoschoolonline.com, my brand, and I just kind of put it on the side, and it's started to get more likes now, and so it's got like over 500, which is like nothing, but I've started to see that more people are liking it now, and I think there is potential, and I think I want to just figure out ways to automate the process. So I already have posts that I post on my blog. They automatically post to Facebook. When I post to YouTube, they automatically post to Twitter. And so thinking of ways to automate it, but also add some personality. And it's just, you know, if I had more time, if I had all the time in the world, like I mentioned, I work a full-time job, 8 hours a day. And so I think that is unique to this Google Hangout, but not unique to most of the people watching this Hangout or that want to start teaching on Udemy. That it's a lot of people that are working and just want to do it on the side. And so after 40 hours a week, I spend about 10 hours a week creating video school online stuff, so courses and blog posts. But after those 50 hours, I don't want to go on Facebook. I want to hang out with my friends and family and my fiance. So someday I'll get onto the social media world and catch up to the rest of you.
Tell us about the importance of refreshing current courses that you kind of produced maybe 6 months or a year ago. Why is it important?
Well, it's most importantly when you're first starting out, you don't necessarily know how to become an effective instructor. You're going to make a lot of mistakes along the way. So for my first course, I was kind of like shy and sick a little bit, so I didn't have much of like a character. I was almost a little bit boring to listen to. And then my second course, I was like pumped up and excited, and I had character, and I was loud and maybe a little bit too loud, and I was almost yelling at the students. And then the third course that I did was like a good medium where I had the character, like people would get to know me, like who I was, my unique thing about, low cost hustle, finding ways to make money with low upfront costs, and then you'll just learn so much in a year. And I think Phil had like a great thing. He made 30 courses, and I think the most important way, if you want to improve your courses, the best way is just make them, because with that experience of just making as many courses as possible, you'll get the experience of, okay, like you'll look back to your first course. What did I do wrong? How can I improve? And then you'll do that with your second course. How can I improve my second course? And then all the way up until 30. So I bet Phil has learned so much. I've made 14 courses, and I've helped my friend make an additional 11. And I've learned so much. And to Grant's point, you'll get a ton of student feedback with your course. So when you make your initial course, usually I make mine between 2 to 3 hours. And I'll get so much student feedback about, like, hey, where's this lecture? I want to learn, like, you're missing this for my selling on eBay course. And then you just make a lecture. So now when I first started out in January, my course is about 2-3 hours long. Now here, I've added so many lectures that it's 7 hours long. So you want to continuously add lectures, and then improving the quality of the course. So a year ago, I never thought I'd get in front of a webcam and record a video of me, and then I'd have like subtitles on the bottom. I never thought I'd have the confidence to do that. But now after a year, I've built up enough confidence, and I bought a webcam and a green screen, and I'm about to refilm all of my eBay courses. So just having the experience of being on Udemy for a year, you'll learn so much.
So what is one thing that a new instructor can do that would have an immediate benefit to their course revenue?
Okay, well, I guess they mean once they already have their course. That's how I'll answer this. So there's a lot of things you can do. I'd say the biggest things you can do to expand your revenue is, well, one, as I think Matt said, and some other people have talked about, is go ahead and make a second course. It'll make your first course better, and then it'll give you the ability to do cross promotions, which are very, very effective. That's a huge one. So like expanding and having more than one course is exponentially better than, like, so two courses is exponentially better than one course. It's not twice as good as one course. It's like 4 times as good. It's not linear. So beyond that, I'd say there's a good chance you probably didn't get, for your very first course, the way you first put it up, there's a very, very, very good chance it's not very well optimized in terms of like the title, the course description, just the overall pitch. There's a good chance you probably didn't do that very well. Like, I know really, successful instructors who still have some pretty crappy course descriptions up on their courses that could do a lot better. So that's a really main thing to go back and look at. And specifically, a lot of people don't realize this, but you can install Google Analytics on your courses and look at the conversion rate of your course. That's really, really, really important, because that's kind of what's going to determine whether Udemy is going to be able to run advertisements for your course, right? They're going to pick the ones that are converting well. So if you have a high conversion rate for your course, all of a sudden they're able to run Facebook ads for your course. If it has a low conversion rate, they just can't. It won't be profitable for them. So, installing that, checking out what your conversion rate is, going back and thinking about who you're targeting. How can you make that a better marketing message? How can you improve like the keywords in your title? How can you redo all that? It can make a very, very, very dramatic, very fast difference. I think I told this story on the last webinar, which is my very, very first course. Didn't really make any money for like the first 3 months. And then I did that. I took a second look, because I put it up there. I didn't look at those things since then until 3 months later. I looked at all that stuff and I was like, I don't think the way I'm pitching this is going to resonate with this audience. And I'm just realizing that now. I think if I'm not changing the content at all. I think if I change the sort of the pitch of what the course is about, frame it in a different way, even though the content's the same and it applies both ways, it's just kind of reframing how you're talking about it, reframing that discussion in the course description and the title. That made a huge difference, and it was an immediate jump in revenue the next month. And from there, it's been up and up and up, and it was a very distinctive difference before and after in that situation. So, so making multiple courses and understanding how cross promotions work, just really optimizing your courses and really taking advantage of the different things you can do, whether that's, like somebody said, adding supplementary material, that's huge, having variety of types of lectures, whether it's an over-the-shoulder walkthrough or like, screencasting or webcam or whatever. Also, I don't know, just basically take advantage of everything you can on the Udemy platform and measure it and improve your conversion rate as much as possible. And that's probably the quickest thing you can do that will always, always serve you well. Even if you're already doing pretty well, you can always do better using that approach.